Hi guys, welcome back to the Funky Evolution Party. I'm Alice Green and it's an amazing day. I basically found out a little tiny bits and snippets of information that Lucifer is in the skies. Now, I've got my Kill Bill trousers on because everyone's a little bit scared of the devil. Again, Dr. Evil and the plans, but we need to understand that the devil is only bad if we don't incorporate it with, material things. We all get seduced by material things. It's life, but it's how we incorporate those material things into spirituality, i.e., spirit, you, and your reality. So, I'm going to do a bit of a video on death and rebirth. It turns out that my phone completely died. The replacement died and I'm waiting for another one. So I haven't had any technology to get out there to you guys. But what I have been doing is showing how death and what we're all very, very scared of, and rebirth, and who's going to end up with our souls, the devil. And why are you working so goddamn hard for a bunch of people, elites, to own you, and you will own nothing? Sounds really bullshit to me. And how we can start to transform our lives. So my date with the devil today, we're gonna have a fucking great day. Sorry about my language. But I'm gonna transform. I was a bit slow, I'm not gonna lie. It's still a little bit cold, but today, So I've made these up. I'm gonna spray paint them, I'm gonna sort them out, we're gonna fill them all up with soil. I'm gonna chop back a lot of the cuttings and I'm gonna plant them all up. I don't know if you guys know, but the farmers in India have been protesting for months. They're snapping up, they are gonna poison our food supply. The devil, Lucifer in the sky, if you don't get in touch with your dark side and start fighting for what's actually, like I say, material things that are fine to have. It's nice to have things, don't get me wrong, but what will you actually own at the end of your hard work and effort? Me personally, I'm gonna own lots of new plants that I'm not actually gonna own them, I'm gonna give them to others because it's free. That's all my food waste in there. I'm sorry to be so it is what it is, and we need to understand that our resources collectively put together is like having a massive cake. At the minute we've got crumbs and they're feeding us more crumbs and more crumbs and more crumbs and more crumbs and more crumbs. So I came across the Kung Fu nuns. They're the ones that I follow. What's happening in India, what's going to start happening with all our food and all our supply chains, and what this great reset is actually going to do is really, really mind-blowing. So if you guys don't start digging deep and understanding what is seducing you and where are you going to go with it? Again, recyclables, my chair legs that are my new training program. Really think about where we are going as a society. What will happen if we don't start uniting our resources? Because it's fine that Mr. whoever owns X, Y, and Z, but one individual versus all of us. Think about it, guys. We are a lot stronger than you or I even realize, because the power is in numbers. So I'm going to go on this date with the devil today. Like I say, I've got the nuns because they know I can be seduced by the material world a little bit, but I'm going to really do a deep shake up in terms of what are you fighting for, who are you fighting for, and how are we really going to get smart about this, start looking at our resources, and how we can start to enrich our lives through using the balance of good and evil. You can't have one without the other, but it's how we balance them, it's how we use them. You know, if you could imagine, like, this is just a small terrace, I could be very self sufficient up here if I wasn't a little bit like, you know, oops, I forgot about that. Um, and what you have to start to understand is that we own all of this. No one owns it. It's only because it's a piece of paper. And who wrote that paper and where did that even come from? Think about it. Let's get really serious about getting this party started, because the only rule is love. You know, as long as we apply our hearts, which again, scientifically, 60% stronger than this. And do you want to see people committing suicide because they can't afford it, or they're putting all our stuff on the market, commercializing everything, making you pay for what is free? You're going to start paying for air next? I'm sorry, you know, controlling our weather patterns, although I'm not complaining about the sunshine at all. But let's really start. You know, you want to take on the devil? Let's go. Let's put in some fight to this, because that's all it needs. It's okay, it's been a bit, the stars have been a bit like, but it's starting to lighten up a bit, and it's time for us to start getting smart about how we're going to protest. Again, these are amazing. Protesting, like, leave your mark, takes 5 seconds to make. There are so many ways we can be innovative. There's so many ways we can start to use technology for the good. You want to be addicted to your tech? Let's do some good stuff with it. It's just how we use things, how we're using our resources. Who are we allowing to use our resources? Why do we pay so much for electricity when it's free? These resources are being capitalized, monopolized, and you and I are paying for it and own nothing in the end of it. It's not about owning stuff, but like, why work? Why? Think about that, guys. So I wish you all a very magical day. You know, get yourselves all done up, go on that date with the devil, and it's time to push back. It's time to say, no, we're not doing this anymore. We are the army on every doorstep. No more alienation, no more racism, no more hatred, no more. Why? Why? It's so unnecessary. And if we start to look at our resources and make that cake, it's going to be a very tasty party. So please like, share, get the message out there, and have a wonderful day.